Hi everyone, welcome back to Nick's Diecast. In today's video, I'll be showing you various cars and trains that I bought from Greenberg's train show, which was recently held in Oaks, Pennsylvania. My brother and I actually went to the Greenberg's show in the same location back in January, and we thought it was worth going for sure between all the different things that we found there in terms of what we bought and in terms of all the different layouts that were there, all the different train layouts of various scales and from various groups that came to show off their model railroad clubs. So first, we'll go ahead and take a look at the different train layouts that we saw. And then I will get into the details on the models that I bought. So enjoy the clips.
This isn't short. I thought it was because it had the short.
Yeah, well, this is N scale.
Yeah, it's so confusing. It's all bad. Seen it inside.
Yeah, I didn't see any either.
Last time I got lucky because I got these huge trailers and the guy was saying like all different sizes of containers and cannons and I didn't see that this time.
How long this train is. Still going.
Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing the various clips of the various train layouts that we saw at the show. I think it's worth going to the show just for the train layouts alone. And then, of course, you have all the various vendors that are there as well. And as a result, I always seem to leave with a pretty big haul, at least the last 2 times that we went. As you can see, here's everything that I found at the Greenberg's train show. And next, I'll go through each of the cars and trains that I ended up getting from the show. But as you can see, it's a pretty cool mix of small and medium scale cars, especially with the Matchbox cars that I found. And then, of course, the 1/18 scale Mercedes-Benz ML55, some more Matchbox, and then the HO scale train cars that I did get for my layout, which you'll see briefly in the latter portion of the video. And I will, of course, do a separate video on my layout in the future. We'll go ahead and take a closer look at the various items that I got from the train show. We'll look at the trains first. Here's a gondola. Healthy choice, apparently, although I don't think this is in the right box. This is some kind of like a sports, like an NFL box, but obviously this is not an NFL gondola. But as you can see, it has the Healthy Choice inscription on the side. And it's just your basic white plastic gondola, but I don't have that many, so I was glad to get this. Up next, we have this 3-dome tank car made by Bachmann with the Exxon name on the sides. Here's different pictures of other trains on the box that Bachmann was selling at the time. We'll get the tank car out next. This is all plastic, but it's still pretty well detailed with the ladder on the side and everything, and the handrail going around the perimeter. The Exxon inscription looks pretty authentic to what you would see on the actual tank car this is based off of. Very cool. Then we have a hopper car, the Illinois Central Gulf, in the iconic bright orange that you saw with this particular railroad and their freight cars. This is made by Model Power. We'll get that one out next. Nicely detailed as well. I paid a total of $10 just for these 3 freight cars, and I think that was well worth it. Even though they're kind of on the cheap side, I think they're still well detailed for what they are. And here they are on the layout, looking good. I did briefly show my HO scale train layout in the past, but that was a while back, and I will eventually do a video where I give a more thorough tour of the layout and do some demonstrations of different trains running on the layout as well. But there's the 3 freight cars that I got. I was happy that I found those for sure. Now let's take a look at the various cars that I found at the train show. We'll start with these 3 Matchbox cars. These are all from the 1990s, as you can see here, which is a pretty cool era, I think, for Matchbox. BMW Z3 is the first car that I found. You can see it's in red with the Z3 on the hood with the white kind of splatter decals, or tampos, I should say, on it. There's the box that it came in. Very cool. Black interior as well. Up next we have the Mazda RX-7 in this kind of interesting 2-color or 2-tone double dip. I don't know what to call it, but it is 2 different colors, the dark orange and the yellow, which are both metallic. Looks really cool though. Then we have the Mitsubishi Spider in blue with this interesting green interior and this kind of green and white splatter pattern on the hood and on the doors. Matchbox does make a Mitsubishi 3000 GT Coupe in their current line, but back in the 90s they also made this convertible model as well. But these 3 cars were cool finds. I think I paid $10 for all 3. Then we got some more Matchbox cars from the 1990s and maybe around 2000 or so. And then we have this interesting Corvette from their Motor Trend series. I actually didn't know about that particular series. I know Maisto did a Motor Trend series of cars in the 90s, but I wasn't sure about the Matchbox series. But we'll open up all these next. First we have this Volkswagen Concept 1 Beetle Cabriolet in blue. We'll get that one out. Has an extra piece of plastic for the packaging. But there's the Beetle. Very small casting, but nicely detailed on the left. It has the Volkswagen badge on the hood and on the back as well, and the beige interior as well. Awesome. Next we have this 1957 Chevy Bel Air convertible in this interesting turquoise with the purple stripe pattern. We'll get that one out next. Very 90s looking paint scheme for sure, but it does look cool on the car nonetheless. It does have the white interior as you see here. I believe this color was actually the original release for this particular model, but looks pretty cool. The Ford Expedition is the next car. It is tilted sideways in the package, but that's fine because I will be getting it out. Has a little bit of a different style of box here. This is from around 1999 or 2000, I believe. Get that one out next. Looks cool, kind of like a paramedic or rescue deco going on there with that bright yellow and red. Very cool. It's got the chrome front end and the chrome rear bumper and the chrome base as well. Cool casting. Next we have this 1998 Corvette Coupe in this really nice deep dark blue. This model is very well detailed as well. It does have the rubber tires on it from the Matchbox Motor Trend collection. It looks like you could actually get several other models from the series, and they have kind of these stackable display stand sort of things. I think there was a second one at the vendor's table. She had a bunch of these Matchbox cars there, but that was the one that stuck out to me the most because I do like to collect models of Corvettes. We'll see how this model looks. I knew Matchbox made the 2000 Corvette Roadster. I didn't know about the 98 Corvette Coupe. And they also did the 97 Corvette Coupe. But, oh look, what's this? Oh, 2-year limited warranty. That probably expired circa 2002 or 2000 even. So cool that's in there. Yeah, first time this is coming out of its packaging, which is very cool. It is tied down, so I'll untie it next. It was also screwed down to the base as well, but that is a beautiful looking paint job on there, that dark metallic blue. Of course, you have the opening hood, and the engine is decently detailed, I would say, especially for a Matchbox car. Awesome group of cars. Then we have 2 more Matchbox cars from the Premier Collection series. This was a series that Matchbox did from the early 1990s until I believe the late 1990s or around 2000. And these models all had higher detail in terms of their paint jobs, the headlights and taillights. They had rubber tires, and the interiors also had some more detail in them as well. But let's see how these look. First we have the Mustang Cobra and the Camaro Z28. So the Camaro is from the Premier Collection Series 2, and it's in this really nice kind of dark forest green with the black roof and the brown interior. And here's the box. Very nice. Then we have the Mustang Cobra, 1995, I think it is, in this awesome kind of teal blue color. This is from Series 16. Very nicely detailed. I love the brown interior paired up with the paint. Next, we'll look at the medium scale cars that I got from the show. These were all very surprising finds, but first, we'll take a quick look at the Mercedes-Benz ML55 by Maisto that I found at the show. I'll do a separate video where I unbox the car and then another video where I review the car, but I was happy to find this model at the show for only $15. Really nice in that dark red. There's the bottom of the box, all the different details on that. But again, I'll do a separate video where I unbox this model. But wow, what a find. I was definitely happy that I found that at the show. Now we'll take a closer look at the medium scale cars that I got from the show. Interesting range of cars that I found there, for sure. First we have this Peugeot 307cc convertible. I'm not sure who manufactured this Peugeot 307cc or the Peugeot. I'm not really sure how it's pronounced. But it is well detailed for a $5 model for sure, and it is about 1/43rd scale. Next we have this 2009 Chevrolet Suburban made by Luxury Diecast, which I got for only $2. I was really excited to find this model because it is kind of hard to find. This one did have a bent mirror on it on the passenger side, which I did end up repairing later. But for $2, that was a total steal, I thought, and I was happy to find it. Because I do love this era of Chevy Tahoe and Suburban models. Of course, it does have the opening doors on it. And it's very well detailed, too. I'm not really sure how much it would have gone for when it was new, but very cool nonetheless. Next, we have this 2000 Chevrolet Tahoe made by Hongwell. I was really excited to find this model as well, and I also paid only $2 for it. But this is very well detailed, has the roof rack on it, opening doors. Super cool. And it's also 1/43rd scale as well. I was really happy that I found both that and the Suburban. They're actually both from the same seller as well. But wow, awesome. Then last but not least, we have 2 1/43rd-ish scale models made by Maisto. First we have this red Dodge Ram pickup in 1/46 scale, and it's also a pullback. The vendor who had this and the yellow Corvette, he actually owned this red truck in real life, which is cool. Opening doors, and a nice pullback motor on it as well. It even has the branded tires. And last but not least, we have this 2005 C6 Corvette convertible, also by Maisto. Just a regular 1/43rd scale model, but it looks really well detailed for the $5 that I paid for it. Very cool. As you can see, I think I did really well at the show in terms of all the different models that I found, both in terms of trains and cars as well. And again, the Mercedes, I will do a separate video on that where I unbox it, and then I'll do a video after that where I review it. But wow. In the meantime, here are all the small scale cars that I found at the show. It was well worth going just for these alone, and seeing all those different layouts and everything with all the different trains and all the different detail that was put into like the scenery and everything. Just wow. I'll definitely be going to future Greenberg's train shows for sure. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed looking at the haul that I got from Greenberg's train show, as well as the different train layouts that I saw there as well. Feel free to comment down below with your thoughts on the video, perhaps what your favorite find that I found was, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.